Good Sunday evening, Southwest Arkansas. Welcome back to Southwest Arkansas Weather here on November the 9th, 2025. Taking a quick look at your 6 day forecast and your evening weather blog, talking about what's in store mainly for tomorrow with that cold air. When's our next rain chances? And what's the overall pattern looking like as we go throughout this week? First, starting off with the 6 day forecast, quick overview here. Starting off with Monday, going to continue with some windy conditions, sunny skies with highs in the 40s and overnight lows in the 20s. Going to be a cold day tomorrow. We slowly begin the warming trend as we go throughout the rest of the week. Highs going to be in the lower 60s and upper 50s on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies, overnight lows in the lower 40s there. And then on Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, maybe a little more cloud cover, turning mostly sunny to partly sunny there with highs in the lower 70s or right around 70 degrees and in the upper 60s. Overnight low is going to be in the upper 40s across the region. Then on Thursday, highs going to be in the lower to mid 70s with partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows in the mid 50s. We warm up in that evening, or well, we stay warmer in the evening compared to what we had the previous few days of the week. To end off the week on Friday, highs going to be in the mid to upper 70s. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an isolated 80-degree high by the end of the work week with overnight lows in the mid 50s. 10% chance of rain, but our big rain chances come in on Saturday with the chance of some thunderstorms. Some sun will be possible throughout the day as well. Highs right now in the lower 70s. Overnight lows in the upper 40s with a 40% chance of rain. We could see some better rain chances with that as we move forward into the future of that upcoming week. But taking a look at what our model data is showing, this is tomorrow morning. This is the HRRR model. This is what around 6 a.m. of what air temperatures could actually be in the upper 20s, lower 30s across the region. I do want to show you, though, if we take a look at wind gusts at that same time here, look at this. You're talking wind gusts potentially of 20, 80 miles an hour there being a possibility. And let's take a look at that as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Loading this loop of it, you can see that just gusty winds continuing to be the case there overnight tonight. We're going to play this in motion into tomorrow. And that just continues to show you here. Let this load fully here for us. That just continues to show you some gusty winds will be possible as we go throughout the day tomorrow. And most of those, if we stop this here and load that back up for that 6 a.m. time frame, you're seeing gusts potentially up to 35 miles an hour. Well, this is actually showing for 8 p.m. here. You can see wind gusts, though, in that 30, 28 mile per hour range there across the region. And then that just continues overnight tonight up there in the Ouachita area. And that just continues onward with some windy conditions there, still gusting of up to 15, 20 miles an hour into tomorrow. And that just continues to be the case throughout tomorrow as well, that 15, 20, maybe even some isolated 30 mile per hour wind gusts being a possibility there for your day tomorrow. Taking a look also, though, on the GFS model, we'll take a look at what wind chills could be like tomorrow morning. And here's your story. Look at this. You're talking 20s, teens for your wind chill, so about 10 degrees potentially cooler with those wind chill values as we go into tomorrow morning. And they're not going to warm up a whole lot throughout the day. This is at 12 p.m. And if this is right, or if this is accurate for tomorrow, you can see wind chills tomorrow at lunch are going to be in the 30s and 40s tomorrow. By that afternoon, you're still looking at wind chill values in the lower 40s, maybe some in the 50s. That wind starts to die down some in the evening and afternoon time frame there. With that being said, let's take a look at our upper level pattern here. Let's talk about what we're seeing with this, with the upper level pattern. We're going to zoom out here for this and show you the overall general view of our coverage area, really just overall view of the U.S. So right now, why are we seeing this cold air? This is what we call your ridges and your troughs. So you see back off over here in the western portion of the U.S., you have this ridge. You have this backwards U-shaped or upside down U-shaped. That's your ridge of high pressure. Your ridges there, more clearer weather, more clear, drier weather. Here is a trough. This trough has been with a cold front that's moved through the region, and you can see some very active, conditions there with that. Just led to some very windy conditions, and we have that trough with that strong cold front that's come through. We haven't seen any rainfall out of this, but that's just going to continue to move across the region tomorrow. And then as we start to head into this upcoming week, that gets a little stronger off across the eastern U.S. But as we head throughout this rest of this week, look at this. We kind of get under the influence of this ridge of high pressure. There is not much going on. We have this ridge over us. That's going to keep us on the drier side of things throughout this week. Well, if we go forward here and we just keep moving forward through this and load into this upcoming weekend, you're going to notice here as we get closer to this weekend, you're going to notice a dip in the jet stream of this 500 millibar level. Remember, this is your mid to upper atmosphere region, and this will show you just get you some general ideas on this as we put this in motion here for this upcoming weekend. Look at this. This is around 3 p.m. on the 15th. This just shows you this jet stream or this trough heading towards our region, and that's going to lead to some active weather potentially as we go into this upcoming weekend with some rain chances. Maybe we may have to watch for some stronger weather or some stronger storms if this is accurate, and which right now we don't have a severe weather risk out yet, but we're watching it closely just because you always got to pay close attention to that. And just as we continue to go forward here, I'm just trying to skip forward here in time on this into that upcoming week as well. You're going to notice just continuing to see maybe another little trough here, another little system that could be coming towards us that may help us with some more rain chances as we go forward throughout next week. But other than that, like we said, throughout the beginning of this upcoming week, just not a whole lot. I mean, dry conditions up until this upcoming weekend or next weekend, where we could see an increase in those rain chances. That's going to bring us to the end of today's evening weather blog for this Sunday. Big thanks as always to all of our sponsors for making this possible: Patterson's Credit Union, Southern Dumpster Rental, Landmark Insurance Agency, Palmer's Roofing, and J&S Auto Supply Bumper to Bumper. Big thanks to them for helping us get this information to you guys. As always, make sure to check us out over on Facebook. And if you're new here and you like what you see on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and like these videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Check us out over on Facebook. We post a lot throughout the day, or throughout each day over there on Facebook. Same thing for Instagram, and make sure to check us out over on TikTok as well. And as always, thank you guys very much. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and see you back here tomorrow evening for another look at what's in store for your evening weather blog. Have a great rest of your night, and thank you guys very much for trusting us right here at your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather.